out here. So when we're loading in data, yeah, so the other thing that we need to load in is if if type equals 1, then then we can assume the existence of we can assume the existence of huh. Should we keep track of this data for every layer? Yes, I can see if you say Trusty Bard. In fact, if Trusty Bard said something, then I could see that as well. The reason I can't see what Trusty Bard says is because I'm filtering against the specific things that Trusty Bard says. Because Trusty Bard is very predictable, so I'm able to filter against that. Sorry, I'm just going to turn off the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Actually, sorry, one second. I just dropped uh, my kerchief. Excuse me. Okay, so oh, it's tea time. Clearly, my my throat is all right. Carl, please stop. I'm gonna give you an hour ban just cause. Just cause. I whatever. No, I won't ban you. But like, please stop toying with the chat filter. Like, if you have a question about how I'm administering this game, please feel free to ask me. But if you're just gonna like flip out with the chat filter, like I'm gonna get really annoyed, and I'm probably gonna like real ban you in real life. So, if you have a question about how this game is set up, please feel free to ask me. That's literally why I'm streaming, is so that I can answer these questions. But if you're just going to if you're just going to toy around with the chat filter, that makes it really annoying for me because I'm supposed to be moderating this chat channel, which is it's not like I can't do it. It's just that you're adding unnecessary annoyance, frankly. And so, like, there's a certain point where, like, in order to just actually run the stream, like, I have to not have you here. So, thank you for following the rules and being a generally upstanding chat participant. Thank you for that. Uh, uh, all right. So, in the case that in the case that we have these special transitions, we can assume the existence of a data file. So, um, I I'm just gonna assume the file exists. If it doesn't exist, then we'll get like weird errors, but that's kind of good because like the file should exist. So yeah, right. So sorry. Um, oh, oh, that's interesting. We're we're like already in a read, but yeah, I guess. Oh, that was cute. All right. Anyways, all right. Yeah. So we already have a file open right now. I hope it's it's probably not that bad to have a file open. Yeah. Well, no, I don't need this file open. Right. Because I just all I need to do is read the file and then I can close it. I don't actually need to leave this open for as long as I do. So shift tab, yeah. Uh, all right. So uh, so right. So if self type one, then we can say if if OS path exists. Uh, well, actually, I guess I don't even have to check if it exists necessarily because, like I was saying, I can like assume its existence. Yeah, yeah, I can't assume the existence here. Um, um, oops. But yeah, I can just I can just literally assume the existence of so what does this be? What would this be? This would be oh this is only in the so I do need one conditional here because this is only in the case that out name exists. So if oh, so maybe I should just put it in the part where I'm already checking if out data exists. No, it's two conditionals, so it's like the intersection of two conditionals, so it doesn't really matter which way I do it. So if outName not equal blank, excuse me, Explorer. Oh yeah, Explorer. Sure, yeah, right. I guess that would make sense. Thank you for checking that. Space my name. Science. Delightful science. All right, so so if outName not equals 0, then with p. Whoops. If you select something and do Shift Tab, it doesn't delete everything. But if you select something and do Tab, it does delete everything. At least in this IDE. All right, so actually no, I guess maybe it's if you do a multi-line select and hit Tab, it doesn't delete everything. But if you do a single line select and hit Tab, it does delete it. Anyways, all right, so right, if os.path exists, that's really clever, Space My Name. I wish I didn't need my taskbar. So if right, if so if I'm blah blah blah, so we can open oh yeah. So right, so the reason we need to check the existence of path name is that the yeah, so the thing that like the place that we'll be loading this from is here. So so it'll be outName because it'll be we're looking for the transition from the old environment, the outName, to the new environment, the inName. So it'll be trans, etc., and then it'll be data.txt, and then I guess I'll open this as tdata, and so then yeah, what do we want to set here? Yeah, it's not a perfect system, I imagine, but that is clever. Space my name. So sorry, my brain is like melting or something. I don't know. It feels like I'm just like maybe it's could have been like coding for a while now. Maybe I need to get to like to art and work on something that doesn't involve just like staring at this wall of text. Glitch H2, right? Oh yeah, thank you. Are you just like going around to random channels like saying that? Because like you could like set off a chain reaction and get it like stuck in literally every person's head all at the same time. I think that could happen. I don't know what would happen if you did that, but I bet that could happen. All right, so this extra data, I don't know if I need to keep track of it on the layer level. Like, I mean, like as I was talking about before, like if I did snow, like I might literally want 3 special layers for the snow. So, if in that case, I might as well just keep track of it on the layer level. So that's probably fine. The layered. So what should I keep track of for the layer data? It should be. It should be. I should keep track of. It's associated layer. Huh. Maybe. Maybe I should just do. Maybe instead. So like with the anchor layer, I've been specifying the anchor layer, But maybe I shouldn't specify the anchor layer. Maybe I should just always make it the layer below it, because that would save on some effort. It would make it so that like the middle foreground layer would always anchor to the middle layer. Like it, I don't know. Is there a situation? I was thinking maybe there'd be a situation where I actually want it to anchor to the layer above it, but that might not actually even be the case. No, no. I think it would be the case. I think there are some situations where I'd want it to anchor to the above layer. So I'll just I'll just like say uh, yeah. So layers will just have an anchor, uh, anchor layer, and that will equal probably nothing for starters, and they'll have an anchor position, which will start at 0 or something. I don't know. Uh, um, Glitch HDRay. Glitch HDRay is usually a fine participant in chat, which is why I like the lyric hasn't worn on my nerves yet, but yeah, Space My Name has a fine point as well. uh, sorry, 1 second. I'm just gonna mute the microphone. I'll be right back. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'll be sorry, just a second. Sorry about that. I think I figured out what is exactly the correct temperature for or the what is exactly the correct level of attire for the temperature that it is right here. And I don't know. I didn't wear my hoodie today. I wore this like this sweater, which is a little bit thinner, and I think I prefer the level of warmth that the hoodie provides. Either that, or it's just a coincidence that I'm getting slightly sniffly right now. Either way, you seem to be doing fine, Space My Name. Thank you for doing so. I appreciate that. Uh, all right, so yeah, I mean this BG, the anchor layer and anchor position is a little bit useless a lot of the time, but then I don't know. I guess like in some cases it's important. Uh, specifically for um, specifically for here. So if yeah, for now, right? Okay, so now for now, t data. So we'll say uh, trans data or so t lines equals t data dot read dot split on the space character, and we know what the format of this is, so we can just say mfg or self dot mfg or no dot liars index mfg in quotes mfg oh, whoops, this is supposed to be in the if self type 1 thing, isn't it? Now that I think about it. Right? Yeah. This is supposed to be in the in self type 1. Whoops. Yeah. Alright, oops. Right. So, alright. So yeah, so if self type 1, then oh whoops, indent this stuff. If self type 1, index mfg dot Was it anchor name equals, or no, it was anchor layer equals t lines index 0, and then copy paste index 1 is anchor pause, did I call it, I think. Yes, and it'll be an integer value. So int t lines, etc., etc. Cool. Save that. Good luck with that, space space my name. I hope you don't need more than one variable, right? But yeah, I hope that goes well for you. I'm going to pour myself some tea. Oh, you know what I've been neglecting to do all day? Is while I've been sipping tea, I've been neglecting to use the phrase, but that's none of my business. Which in hindsight, I think I kind of missed out an opportunity there. Probably should have put a little more planning into that one. Maybe next time. All right. I'm honored, space my name, that you would go to all that trouble. You might want to put binre at the end of your variable name, so that way autocomplete still works a little bit better. But thank you. All right, so okay, cool. So now I have that data as needed. I have the anchor layer and the anchor position. So, oh yeah. So the other cool thing, I guess, about the anchor layer is that the anchor layer is literally the index of the layer, because like I'm using the same naming conventions, so that's convenient, I guess. Oh, Intuitor, hey, how's it going? Oh, Carl, if you, good night to you as well, I guess. All right, so back to the part where we were setting this up before, because now we have the data that we need in order to do the math that we need to do. So for I in range 2, is it just for range 2? Oh yeah, this is what I was thinking about before, because like depending on where the anchor point is located, I think I can wait longer than just phase 1. Like I think I don't have to switch strategies like immediately. I think I can wait until like a later phase. Let's go peek at where the phases are defined. Where's it? BG trans. Where do I declare BG trans? Is it? Oh, I must do it up here somewhere. No? I swear there was like I had like a cheat sheet written somewhere. I don't remember where it was though. Anyways. Yeah, because like okay, so oh yeah, no. The reason that right, so the reason that it has to right, so the reason that it's different in BG trans equals 0, that's the only one where we're actually calling from the current environment, because in every other stage of transition we'll be calling from oh wait, is that yeah. No, that's not true. Uh, oh, this is weird. Uh, oh, wait. No, for invent type, for environment type. Yeah, no, environment type is never going to be pertinent to what I'm doing here. because I'm working on the transition in. When I'm working on the transition out, env type will be meaningful. I actually care about next env type. Well, that changes things, because now I actually don't care about the the zero case. No, I mean, I guess I do. All right, no, I guess I'll do both. So, yeah, no. Yeah, if env type equals 1, then, oh, this is weird. So I guess, you know what, for now I'm not going to do the else case here. Like, I need an else case, but I'm not going to do it yet. Because this is for the transition out. And I can figure that out later. I'm going to do the transition in first. And when the transition in is complete and it goes back to bg trans equals 0, then what we want to do is for I in range 2, we want to say we want to blit the background. Like what? Basically like this, except oops. Except it's mfg index mfg.ping pygamerect again mfg.ping and then it's going to be scroll I. So this will just make it so that, oh, did the game freeze? Why does it look like the game? Oh, whoa, whoa! What the heck happened there? That was weird. What was going on? Was like an event running or something? Or did it? Wow. I have no clue what that was about. Hold on, I'm looking into that in a second. Are you missing something? Oh. Yeah, the stuff that I'm working on is a little bit dense, I guess, right now, because I've been working on it for a while, and it's, I don't know. It's in a weird place right now. So, if you don't understand completely everything that's happening, right now, whoa, this crashed a while ago, and I only just started paying attention to it lately. Huh. That's weird. I think this is the error that I usually get when chat falters. Like the game crashes when like chat, like if when Twitch chat goes down, the game tends to crash, and this like is reminiscent of the of that error that sometimes happens. That's weird. I guess I just wasn't really paying attention to it. Sorry about that. It's probably been like that for a while. And alright, so I was about to rerun it anyways, just to see. Wait, what is this? What are you complaining about? BG trans? Shut up, undefined. Oh, did I accidentally delete where I declare it? Oh no, I probably did. Oh no! I probably deleted it with all those comments that I was deleting. That's probably why I couldn't find it, huh? Alright, well, I guess I lost my cheat sheet, but I can just declare, yeah, it would have been right, like, around here. Alright, anyways, bg trans equals 0. Whoops, I gotta be more careful about stuff like that. Alright, so anyways, so what? Key error? Oh, because I haven't added I haven't added that layer. Yeah. Alright. So in fact I'll do this last. Alright, do that there. Alright. So wait, why was that oh right, because it was, yeah, because it's getting ready to transition almost immediately. Alright, so So there should be no transition really, except the thing that I guess should happen. The thing that I want to see happen now is that when we get into the river, quote unquote, the river background, we should see we should see water there. So we shall find out if this works in the near future. I'm not gonna wait for it because it should show up eventually at some point. Um, yeah, sorry for the game being oh good. All right, here's the transition now. Speak of the devil. Uh, oh, I think I didn't wait long enough for trusty bar. Oh no, okay, there it goes. I was gonna say I wasn't sure if it would actually show people, but hey, look at people, people. All right, so once the transition is finished, which is soon, or not too soon, it's not too far either. Almost there. It's like water should just like appear all of a sudden. Come on, water. Do it. 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 What? Huh. I would have thought it appeared by now. Right? I would have thought it would appear by now. But, oh, there it goes. Did you see that? There's like water for like a frame. Oh. Huh. Maybe Alright, well, something happened. Oh, right. It's because it entered the transition phase, because it started the new transition, like, almost immediately, right? Would that have explained it? Maybe. Yeah, it just entered the transition phase immediately. Alright, so maybe that's technically working. And it just didn't stay in transition for, like, more than a frame. I think is probably what's happening there. Uh, Sometimes if I'm laughing spontaneously, it is because I just looked at chat, and I usually point out if I'm laughing at chat, but I sometimes don't. um, um, oh yeah, look at that transition. That was hot. um, uh, all right, so I'm gonna assume that what I'm working on so far is working out okay so far. Notwithstanding all the insanity that's happening on screen right now. But all right, so that's all good apparently. Right, so I'll worry about the transition out later, but I wasn't even really thinking about it, but yeah, I have to handle like two separate cases for this. So yeah, right. So that's env type, the environment type, and then the other thing that we have to do is if basically the same thing, yeah, basically the same structure. So I'll actually copy and paste it, but we need to do it for next env, because for the transition in environment is the oh oh what? Hold on. um yeah. Oh, right. So when huh. If yeah, I won't worry about that just yet because I have to it just occurred to me like the load data thing that we're doing for the environments, like what we're doing, the way we're doing it currently, we're whoops, no, too high. The way we're doing it currently, we're assuming that the data is attributable to the current uh oh, right. Yeah, no, because when we load the event, we assume we assume the presence of this thing when we're loading the event. Because that's actually fair. But we have to run another check too. Because if we're loading an event and the old event, like if we're loading in a new event, like okay, so I've been really hung up on the whole idea of transitioning from the cave to the river, but I should also be thinking about the river to like other things too, because like when we transition from the river to other things, when we load in data for when we load in data for oh do I participate in one game a month jam? If that's like a real jam, then like no. But I do jam approximately once a month. I host Signal Jam approximately once a month. It's not exactly once a month, but it's like, you know, we've had 4 Signal Jams in the past 4 months, so you do the math. um, so uh, that's an example of me laughing at chat because I read chat. The mustache telling. Anyways, all right. Nice. Space my name. Nice. Nicely played. Uh, okay, so yeah, so the other thing I have to consider when loading in, well, I don't, how do I want to consider this actually? I mean, I guess like, yeah, I already added like the anchor variables to the layers, which maybe I shouldn't have done. I mean, that's just a sensible place to keep that information. And then like, I don't want to add like anchor in, anchor out. So I'm thinking I'll just like keep anchor data like that, and then when we load in the next environment, I think what we'll also check is the environment type of the old environment, of the previous environment, because if the environment type of the previous environment was also... Oh yeah, no, how do I want to structure this? I guess maybe I should just do anchor in, anchor out. That seems so gratuitous, because that's 4 variables that, for most of the layers, we're never going to even use these things. Is that wasteful? It seems wasteful. Hey, event time! Turbo speed event time! um, so, yeah, oh gosh. How do I want to set this up? Whatever. I don't care. It's slightly wasteful. Maybe I don't need 2 separate positions. Maybe I just need oh. Oh. Nope. Yeah, no. I'm going to leave it the same cuz no, I have to yeah. I all right, you know what? I'm gonna change this data. It's not gonna be called data.txt. It's gonna be called, this is for the cave transition to the river. This is gonna be called river.txt. And so that's how I'm gonna differentiate. Because like if I, like I was saying before, like hypothetically at some point might want to handle the scenario wherein I transition between 2 uh, environments that each have the subregion transition type, and so I think naming the data file, the name of the environment, I think is how I'm going to differentiate, and I probably will have multiple text files. I don't, yeah, I don't know. Fact, huh? What is this fact? I don't completely understand it, but I think I thoroughly enjoy it. So, uh, knock knock. Then I said, okay. Nope, I don't have to understand that. I'm adding that to the list of cool things that are great and awesome. Thank you. um, um, man, oh no, I remember. I always lose like my train of thought whenever I look at chat. Pretty much every time I look at chat. But no, we were working on yeah, right. So I changed the name of the data file to the name of the environment. So, what, did the game crash? What the heck? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, it crashed because I changed the name of the data file. So, whoops. Sorry about that. I I'm sorry. I'll put it back up and sorry for crashing in the middle of the event. I try not to crash in the middle of events. I try and crash at the end of events or before events. I try not to crash in the middle of events, but sorry about that. Hey, Dogland, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today. I know I'm gonna stream for at least a little while longer. I was almost gonna say like I might stream late today. I'm not 100% that I'm going to stream late today, but I kind of want to because I got off to a late start. Not like literally, like I started streaming at a reasonable hour today, but it just took me a while to like actually get into it today. Like it was not a fantastic morning. um, so yeah, I might be streaming for a while if all goes to plan. Uh, yeah, let's wait. So what do I have to do to right? So it's not data.txt. It's so plus in name, right? I think that's what we want to set it up to be. And then yeah, so then the other thing that we need to do is oh yeah. Well, I won't do it in load data. I do need to do something else. I do need to do more than this to handle the transitions out, but I won't do it in load data. I'll do it with load data, like in the same area as wherein we load data, but yeah, not literally right here. Sounds like a good day, Space My Name. Uh, uh, all right, yeah. So hold on, I'll just run the script again. The script is so the if dog. Then you might notice that the game is looks insane right now. And anyone who hasn't seen the game before, it doesn't usually look this insane. I'm working on art right now, and so I have the game running in turbo speed because it makes the background art scroll faster, and so I because I'm adding in a new transition between backgrounds, and I'm adding in like new tech to handle like a special transition between backgrounds, and so it helps to have it like running super fast. It doesn't always look like this though. If you've seen it before, you'll notice that this is pointedly faster than it usually runs. Sorry, just one second. Right. Sorry about that. Um, so, no, this is the game right now is running at it's running like I'm not controlling the frame rate. It's just frame as fast as you can frame. Yeah, frame every update loop essentially. Um, yeah, usually the game only redraws the graphics and like updates the animation at a metered schedule. So normally the game only updates like usually the game runs at 2 frames per second, but now the game is running at whatever frames per second. I basically just like took off any artificial barriers, so now it just like runs as fast as literally as fast as it runs. Um, yeah, technically sure. All right. Oh yeah. So the way that I typically control the animation rate is I have like an animation cooldown. So like all the everywhere that I like the section where I process the animations. I just every time I process the animations, I timestamp that, and then I wait until a half of a second has elapsed before I process the animations again. Is normally how I do it. And so really what I did is I set the cooldown to 0. So now I wait 0 seconds before I process the next animation. Yeah. And yeah, that it's nice to have that variable set that I can just like set to 0 or zero point 0.5, so that way when I need to test the backgrounds like this, I can just like yeah, I can just change one variable, and all of a sudden the game goes crazy. So yeah, that's what that's about. So okay, so load data, right? So the other thing I was thinking of doing is I I right. So in the situation where it's time for a new background transition, uh, which is here, right? Yeah. So the other thing, so we're gonna load data for the old background, and then we're also gonna say if env.type equals 1, then we're going to load in the new transition data for the old background. So, hey, Decabet, how's it going? Today we are working on backgrounds for side quest. So side quest is going crazy right now because uh, it's helpful for me for it to go crazy. Like I basically like put in a bunch of dev cheats so that it's gone insane. And yeah, so I'm adding in like weird new transitions. So in order to handle those transitions, I need like new tech. So the tech is going to. So right now I'm just setting up data so that I can handle those transitions correctly. So if environment type is 1, then that means it has special transitions, and so specifically we will want to load in the with open. Wait, how does this work? I forget. With open. Uh, yeah, the path as the thing. Okay, yeah. So with open. Uh, uh, what is the path? Oh yeah, so the path is BG's slash plus BG's name plus slash plus slash transitions plus BG. Wait, is this right? We go to the current. Yeah, we go to the current backgrounds transition to the next background. So plus BG's next, or BG's name next, next plus slash plus BG's name plus dot txt. That is our data file, and we open that as tdata, I guess, because why not? And then, whoa, look at all this red text. Sorry. I am also drinking tea. Yes, that is true. The file. Oh, Decabit. I miss your stories when you're not here. Whoops, what am I doing? Uh, what? I don't know. It's like, where? I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna defend my approach to doing stuff, because there's like I don't know, if I was gonna split this up into like different things, like there would be overhead for that, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So, anyways, I don't feel like dealing with that ever, which is why I never do it. So, would it help if I just pretended that I had like separate files for all this stuff? Like, would that help you guys? Would you feel better about all of it if I clicked between files arbitrarily? Here, I'll have a new file, and I'll put like a random like chunk of code into it, and then whenever you guys remind me, oh hey, it's vent time. Whenever you guys remind me, I'll just click back and forth between these, and that'll make you feel better, right? It'll be like, oh look, I'm actually looking at different things. Look at that. Excuse me, that was a dorky laugh. Um, all right. So what do we do with this open? We say yeah. So we have to say it's like t lines, basically the same thing that we do in that other place. T lines equals t data dot read. Whoops, read. I can spell. Dot split on space character. Oh, look at me switching between files. Look, I'm switch. Oh, well, it's the place that I copied and pasted from, so it's not gonna look very different. Here, I'll copy and paste from a different place instead. There. That looks different. There we go. Where was I? All right. So yeah, t lines equals etc. etc. Welcome back, Syngender. Alright, so, yeah, this is like pretty literally the same thing that we were doing before. Env dot liars index, would it be index, yeah, I'm only setting up, MFG at, middle foreground. Index, so the anchor layer equals t lines index 0, t lines index 0, and then yes, then anchor pause equals t lines index 1. And that's anchor pause. Save that. Alright, so now I should set up this data so that it actually exists. So in the transition from the river to the cave, for example, so let's say this time let's anchor to the just for testing purposes, let's anchor to the foreground, and let's anchor at, I guess, I don't know, like 800 or something. So like right in the middle should be. Save that. All right. So I think that should be okay. I think I changed data, but I didn't delete anything or rename anything, so it should still work okay, hopefully. All right, I apologize, but I have to take a super quick break. It's not going to take like any time at all. I'm not literally going to go refill my water bottle, but it won't take much longer than that. So, sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm back. Um, I guess, huh. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today. One of the other things I wanted to, yeah, I'm probably, actually, no, I can say at this point, I'm probably not gonna get to it today. But, one of the other things on my list is I want to add in away mode for Journey. So, like, I try not to take breaks, but when I do take breaks, like, I really should at least let Journey. Sorry, Journey is the dev name for side quest. I still call it Journey some places. Um, yeah, because like if I have to leave, like I can at least let side quest. Sorry, those scrolling dudes like. Anyways, no, but if like hypothetically in situations where I have to step away from my keyboard for whatever reason, um, I could let side quests take over for the time where I'm gone. Because why not? All right, so uh, uh, yeah. Thank you, Lauren. That is a true story. That's yeah, the reason why you don't see. Yeah, I just didn't want that. I didn't want the event stuff to like clutter up the chat interface. I didn't want, so like if someone asked me a question like right before an event, I didn't want to miss it. So yeah, I have that set up to filter, etc. etc. Uh, oh whoa, chat was cleared by a moderator. Interesting. Oh, you misclicked. I was like, wow, I wonder what happened. Well, it's a good thing that it didn't. Oh, that's what you guys are talking about. Oh yeah, I assumed you were talking about the chat filtration for the commands. But all right. Anyways, back to it. What 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 do I need to do? No, I mean I guess so as long as these files exist in the correct locations, then the game won't crash. And if they don't exist in the correct locations, the game will crash when trying to transition. But for now, uh, yeah. So no, sorry, the thing that I was talking about is that the you might notice that like the event text never shows up on my screen. It never shows up like in the little chat window down there, and that's because the thing that I said that I misunderstood and started rambling about for no particular reason. All right. So right. So now we have. We have the correct the anchor transition information in both cases. Yeah, this is the one where the anchor. I guess. I guess. Oof. Ooh. How am I gonna do this? Uh. Math. I've alluded to it before, but this is, I think I'm getting really close to the part where I just have to do weird math. And I don't know. I like math enough. I can chop this stuff down fast enough, I think. Um what was I going to do with this? What was I going to do with this math stuff? Yeah, no, it's weird. It's definitely weird. Because like it it's really weird. I have to I have to switch on whether or I have to so like the phase that I start in changes based on the anchor. Is that true? Yeah, I guess it technically changes based on what's anchoring. No. Oh, okay, so that's one good thing, I guess, is that no 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 no. Yeah, I have to set this up differently based on what's anchored, where this is anchored. So I should do the actual case first, and then I can support the made up case, the hypothetical case. I can support that later. Uh, what do I use a library? Do I use a library for the chat in your game, or did I write that myself? Um, for handling the IRC chat, I use Socket. Just Socket is how I connect to IRC, and have the game text based. In terms of the stuff that I've written for the game, I wrote the events myself. But I'm guessing you're asking about like the networking situation. Yeah. So for the networking stuff, I just do import where is it? Import socket, and it's pretty straightforward. If you punch like Python uh, IRC chat into a search engine, you'll probably get pretty much exactly what I did. All right, so this is a lie. This is the transition in, which I'll have to set up in just a moment. Oh yeah, and so no, yeah, no. I should get rid of all of that basically. Uh, so what do I want to do? Basically, I have to check. I have to check the how how's this work? Is it? Yeah. All right. So for the wait for the background, it's scroll. We use scroll one, and for the others, we use scroll zero. Does that make sense? I thought the background and foreground stayed together, and the midground varied, but apparently not. Oh, okay. No, it's just for the fourth transition that we use scroll one, and then for the rest of them we use scroll zero. Uh, um, so to get messages, I can go over this real quick. So to get messages, you import socket, you make a socket, you connect the socket to the server, you pass in the necessary credentials. I keep the credentials in another file so that I don't accidentally show my OAuth token on screen. And then in order to read, or in order to hear what the server is saying to you, I have like a just a really simple yeah. So to get data, I just have like this data whatever, and then it just says so I just add to it what I receive from the socket in order to read the data in, and in order to say things, like in order to get Trusty Bard to say things, I just send a well-formed message back to the through the socket, and it all just, the rest of it is just pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Like that's the tech that I use, and then the rest of what I do is basically just the game itself. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was literally why I made this project in Python. Is like I looked at that and I was like, wow, that's really simple. I should do that, because I'd never done anything like this before. I'd never made a text-based game before. I never made a online game before, or like a multiplayer game before. I never used like networking in a game before. At least not me personally. Like I've worked on games that have those things, but it was never me personally implementing them. So yeah, no, because Python made it so easy, I was like, yeah, I think I'll go with that. um, so, man, why is it that I have no sense of time when it comes to background art? Like one time, it took me like an entire week just to make the cave. Not literally, but like it took me a while just to make the cave. And then like today, like I did not expect to spend like basically all day hooking up this tech, and yet here we are. um, I guess it's yeah, no, it's just literally a bigger feature than I had anticipated. So Wait, what is this a picture of? Yeah, that's about right. um Oh yeah, yeah, for me, I wish I hadn't deleted that comment that I left myself to explain the transitions because like basically what I need to wait for is oh no. Yeah, all the information I need is right here. So like it's yeah, it's scroll zero. Scroll zero is the transition scroll might be scroll zero is how this works. Scroll zero. Oh no 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 no. No. Yeah. It's always scroll zero. Oh no no. Wait wait wait. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, the transition scroll is always scroll zero. So I guess what I have to wait for is yeah I have to. My, I keep vacillating. Hey, it's my time. my my wait what? That uh all right. Thank you, Decabit. Um, so yeah, I really don't want to. I really don't want to do special cases for whether for like which layer we're anchored to, but I think I have to. I think I have to because I have to respond to index or like scroll zero of the anchored layer, but I can't just go by the position of scroll zero generally during all transition times because like the front layer scrolls 3 times as fast as the back layer. So in the time that it takes the back layer to just get from one side of the screen to the other, the front layer has gone through like 3 times over. So depending on what I'm anchored to, I really have to look for the I have to like wait for the correct moment. Uh, Decabate, spoiler alert, you leveled up. Sorry. I have I have a little cheat thing here that tells me when when people level up. You leveled up off the initiative bonus. I guess you were just exactly 1 point away. So, uh, uh, what event is it? Oh, the Hall of Dragons. You could do worse things than fly around and burn stuff, right? um, so, all right. What was I actually doing before I got distracted? Yeah, no, I guess I do have to. I just have to make special cases for. So like if what is it? If env dot oh this is we're not supposed to be checking env. We're supposed to be checking next env. Oops. All right. So if next env dot layer liars. Oh hey, if Dogland, you leveled up too, and Tuator. Wow, look at all these level ups. Well, they're gonna fly by really fast. Oh, so maybe it's good that I'm calling out level ups since they're flying by so fast. But yeah, if Dogland, N2Ater, and who was the other one? Decabit, you guys all leveled up. Congratulations! Yay! Good job. I know this is gonna sound crazy, Syngender, but you're allowed to brush your teeth multiple times, so you could eat food and then brush your teeth again. I know it's weird, but I tried it once and it worked, and yeah. Pro tip. um, uh, oh yeah, so there's no like there's not really a fail case in this game. Like you get more experience if you choose a winning strategy, but like you never lose experience, so you never have to worry about losing experience. You just don't gain as much if you if you I don't know if you go like if you choose randomly or if you like choose something, and then the group shifts and like picks a different strategy, and it ends up that your choice was not as good for the group strategy or whatever. All right, so layer mfg dot what am I looking for? The anchor layer. Because if the anchor layer equals mg middle ground, mg if it equals mg, then we'll take one course of action, else we'll have to take another. No, why do you... What? Yeah, anyways. So, and yeah, what's the difference here? I guess the only real difference is like what phase we start on. Oh. Oh, so actually, yeah. No, I don't have to do this in if else. I can just do this as an or case. I can say if, so which one is superior? The middle ground is actually comes first. So if next env layer anchor layer equals mg and its phase and phase yeah and bg trans, if like the current transition phase is greater than or equal to, let's look at this, mg starts kicking in if the trans layer is greater than or equal to 3, whereas the foreground doesn't actually kick in until layer 4 or until phase 4. So if oh no, I do need to do this as an else case because well, no, do I made a dictionary out of the layers, so I can always just pass in the anchor layer as the index for the rest of the stuff I need to check. Hey, we got a new follower. Kliboxski, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. And I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, which I assume I did, but welcome. Yeah, right. Okay, so if BG trans is greater than or equal to 3, or if the anchor layer, oh no, I don't have to check the anchor layer again, or if BG trans is greater than or equal to 4. Because if it's greater than or equal to 4, then it's definitely greater than or equal to 3, and so we can just go for it. So yeah, what do we want to do in this case even? Oh, weird math, right? I I keep asking myself this and then I keep remembering. Weird math. It's not that weird. It's not that weird. It's kind of weird. Oh, cool. My name's also made up. My name's super made up. I took all the important letters from my name and I just like scrambled them up and I was like, hey, here's a new name. um, so yeah, we need to figure out. No, we have the anchor point, so we know like roughly the position. What we need to figure out is how the anchor point, what the anchor point means relative to the to how how the special layer would blit, because the anchor point is fine for like the position that we blit this thing onto the screen, but because the anchor point and the animation itself are moving in opposite directions, like the math to determine so I don't know what that hand gesture meant. That was my I don't know what that meant. Because they're moving in opposite directions, like the math is gonna change weirdly. It's gonna change really weirdly. All right. well, there's no point in lamenting it. Uh, Sweet. I think I have all of them saved individually. Oh, but now we have them all at once. That's that's wonderful. This is basically what I imagine. No, this is the picture that I was looking at. Or this is Space Mayonnaise picture. Um, this is like the world's creepiest locker door, is what I guess. I don't know. Yeah. um, but thank you, sis. I don't mean that as a criticism. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Um, Math. So weird math. Yeah. So what is the weird math? So I don't even know what to call this value. I guess like no. What is this? This is going to be the value for the interior of the uh like the interior like x, or like the blit from it's like the x blit from yeah, I don't know. So like x blit from equals what? uh oh, well, so I guess technically I should check which oh, whoa. No, I have to check which so what am I checking? I'm checking which I need to, oh, I do need to do math with so first I'll calculate x split 2, which is not such a weird calculation. It's a little weird. X split 2 um, is the position on the screen where we intend to blit this, and it's going to be a factor based on it's going to depend on the anchor point and the position of the layer to which this is anchored. So yeah, so the anchor point, so that would be this value. Oops. It'd be like this value, anchor pause, I think we call it. So it'll be this plus oh yeah, all right, so we're looking at the scroll value uh, of index of the anchor layer. Oh, and this is next env, not env. Where's it env? Oh no. Oh gosh, which is it? Is it env or next env? It's env, right? I think it's env. I think it's not next env. Cause yeah, I think it's env. It's the current environment, not the next environment. Um. Here's 2015. Space my name. All right. So, this isn't it though, because it's not just scroll 1. It's actually more likely to be scroll 0. Or it's scroll 0. No, it is scroll 0. It's not more likely to be scroll 0. It is scroll 0. But, is that right? Is that, I mean, I guess so, right? Is that right? That seems not right. Oh, yeah, so the other thing... Yeah, so the other thing that I need to check is, uh... oh, yeah, so this has to be, in parentheses, because, yeah, the other thing I almost... Oh, wait. um, no. Wait, no. We can do this. So I forgot the conditional. The other half of this conditional is right. So I have to do. I caught the three, but I also have to do the upper limit as well. So right. I basically need both of these conditions in both these places. So it's less than, it's greater than or equal to 3 and less than 7, or greater than or equal to 4 and less than 6. Whoops. And less than 6. Right. Yes. All right, that's correct. I was just thinking because like scroll 0 will come back again in later phases, but we don't necessarily want to worry about it at that point. Oh, actually, we want to do something very different if it's greater than 7. So actually, I might want to make that a separate conditional, because if it's greater than 7, yeah, I think I do want to separate that out. So yeah, right. So the first condition, first we'll check if it's greater than 6, or if it's wait. No. Wait. Oh, I have to do this backwards. I have to say greater than 7, or greater than 6, and the layer equals FG. Because right. I could explain it, but it might be easier for you to trust me on this one. It's because for the upper limit, the foreground is more strict, less strict. Wait, the yeah, no, the foreground is more strict or less strict. The strict, the strict. For the upper limit, the foreground dictates, whether the anchor is the foreground dictates a stricter limit than would the middle ground. But for the lower limit, the middle ground dictates the stricter limit. Stricter, yeah. All right, my brain is like melting as I'm talking, so I apologize. I'm probably like past the point of like sufficient coherency. Like technically my coherency at this point is probably like entirely insufficient. I know my coherency is never like 100% perfect. Like people are constantly asking me like, what the heck are you talking about? But yeah, no, I think I've just gone completely. Hey, it's event time. I think I've just lost it almost completely at this point. All right, so right, because the reason that that this is special is that it means we're out of the woods, as it were, and so we can just blit these things super good fine. Like we can just say for oh yeah, what we're doing here, we can just say like get good. No, we can just like say just blit them as they're meant to be blit, and then right. So this is the other weird case. So, all right. I'm gonna just try drawing this, just a diagram, because like partly the diagram will be for you guys to understand what the heck I'm trying to talk about. But partly it'll be for me to just like see it written, and like hopefully that will help me like conceptualize exactly what I'm trying to do here. So like for the purposes of this, I'm only gonna worry about one layer. So like, let's think about the middle ground layer. I think is the anchor layer for this transition. So for the middle layer, what happens like so first the middle layer is showing. Oops, use black ink. So first like the middle layer is showing, and like all you see on screen is like the middle layer. But then like when the transition begins, you start to see the transition frame, the transition slide come in from over here. It like starts creeping in from the edge of the screen, and then eventually the transition slide creeps so far onto the edge of the screen that the anchor point is now on screen as well. So this is like this is like the next. This is like time passes. So like time passes, and then we go from the top thing to the bottom thing. Okay, so this is like in the future, and so then the anchor point. I'm gonna draw it as like a little anchor because I'm a dork. So the anchor point is now on screen, and so this is where we have to start blitting the special layer. So we have to start blitting it like on top of this other layer, but you'll see why in a moment that this is actually kind of funny because let's say the anchor point gets well on screen, like let's say so like a little more time passes, and the anchor point is like just like you know here, and it's like totally doing its thing. So the funny thing about this is like okay so now well I'll overlay it in like a slightly different color or something. I'll overlay it as like wait no not like that. Alright, so this is the well no I'll do it in blue because it's supposed to be water, right? So like the funny thing about how so this is the anchor point, and so we only color like we only blit the water on this half of the screen, because this is like so hypothetically what's happening here is like in the background like this is like the pool where the river starts from, like there are water like so let's say there's waterfalls and the waterfalls. Hey, we got a new follower. Shinigami XC2, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate you showing your support. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So that for the backgrounds that we're working on earlier, I was saying like, okay, so we're gonna make a river, and like hypothetically, like the river is fed from like a waterfall. So like in the background layer, let's say this is where the waterfall begins. So the interesting thing about the river is that it actually flows in the opposite direction. So like the opposite direction, because like all the backgrounds like slowly, well not so slowly right now. I put them into like hyperdrive so that they scroll really fast. But the backgrounds like all scroll from the right to the left, and the source of this water will be the basin of this waterfall will be scrolling like will be slowly scrolling from the right to the left. But the water that's coming out of it will be flowing in the opposite direction. So yeah, what's happening here is like, what if like right here when this is all happening, what if oh wait, am I just it just occurred to me I might not be updating the position of the water correctly yet, but I'll have to worry about that later. Yeah, so it's weird is that like so while we have this thing of like the seam like the background seam like slowly traveling like in this direction across the screen, the water seam is actually traveling in the opposite direction. It's traveling like this way. Like it's just going to be traveling like this way across the screen. So like let's say the seam is like arbitrarily like here, for example. Like this is where we start blitting because this is the anchor point. But like what if this is the seam? Then on the next frame, it's going to be super weird. It's going to continue to be super weird because and like it might be more obvious why it's super weird because like on the next frame, like the anchor point will have traveled, let's say, to like here. And this is like an exaggerated case. This is actually not literally the next frame. This is like sometime later. Lobster Kovic, hey, how's it going? Welcome. So let's say the anchor point makes it this far. So the river is moving in the opposite direction. So like this seam might have traveled. So like the anchor. So right, the anchor traveled to here because it's traveling in that direction, and the water level, the water seam, might have traveled to like here because it's going in the opposite direction. And so like what I have to calculate is so it's relatively easy to calculate where on screen the anchor point is located. So like the x position of the anchor point is fairly straightforward. All we have to do is we have to figure out where this where like this we just have to calculate like where this slide is positioned on screen, and then just the offset. We just offset it based on the anchor position, and that's where the anchor point starts, and that'll always be consistent. We always just take this point and then we offset it by the anchor point. What's a little bit weirder is figuring out where in this image to start blitting from, and what that's going to be is the difference from. Well, it's more clear now that I've talked through it, but like the thing I was trying to picture in my head is that the that distance is going to be from the next piece, not the piece that we're actually concerned of, but the other piece. Like this is where one of them ends, so this is where the next one begins, and it's gonna be that offset. But the funny thing is, like, so like here I'll slide the image up a little bit more. So that I can continue drawing these beautiful, beautiful scribbles. So like the other thing to keep in mind, this is the part where it gets conceptually weird. I guess I hadn't gotten to it yet. The part where it gets conceptually weird is where, so the anchor point, let's say the anchor point is fully off the screen. So the anchor point is, well no, that's not a good example. So let's say actually the anchor point didn't actually travel as far in the last step. Let's say the water is moving much faster, which is actually true. The water I think does move faster than the slide that it's on. So actually, in the time that it took for the water to move this distance, the anchor, let's say it only moved this distance instead. So forget this stuff. Oops, deselect. Oops. White pen, big. Whatever. That's good. That's not the anchor point. The anchor point's right there. All right. So then in the next situation, this is where it gets weird. So like let's say in the next frame, the anchor moved. Again. This is still an anchor. Trust me. Russ Jr., hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, no, you're saying hello to Officer Kovic. All right. Right. So the anchor moves to here. This is the anchor point, and then but the seam of the water has moved, and the seam of the water looped all the way around. Like the seam of the water went all the way off, and now is coming in from the other side. So now the seam is here, but we're not drawing this point because the water anchor point is still over here. It's like we're only drawing like over here. And the funny thing is, where previously we'd been drawing only a portion of this slide, whereas previously we were only drawing a portion of this slide, and all of this slide. Keep in mind, like this slide. Wait, hold on. No, this is confusing. Oh, it's because I didn't fill in the. It's partially confusing because I didn't fill in this. Also, it's partially confusing because I started skipping lines. But like, yeah, right. So, no, I guess we're technically. I guess like okay, no. So, I mean, it's a little bit weird that it looped around, and now we're not blitting this other one at all. But then the part. I'll just draw one more step to bring the weirdness like full circle. in the next step, when the anchor, let's say the anchor is moved here, um, the the oops, the seam for the slide will be here, let's say, um, and so then yeah, it's just weird because so to add in like the numbers, like this is, let's say this is slide 0. I don't know if it's necessarily slide 0, but this is like water slide 0 and this is water slide 1, right? But then once the seam laps around, like this is slide 0 and this is slide 1. So like this is slide 1 and this is slide 0. Whereas it previously had been otherwise. So like the one that we're seeing here is what would this be? This would be like slide 1, the one that we're seeing like the peak of right at the edge here. And then so then is it confusing you guys yet? Is it like confusing you, I guess, in a good way yet, or is it still confusing you in a confusing way? Uh, so so if this is slide 0 and this is slide 1, then this is slide 0 and this is slide 1, right? Is that, yeah? And then oh, I stopped keeping track of the slides because actually in this case I guess the slides would line up pretty closely, and this would be slide 0 over here and this would be slide 1, and then yeah, I don't know, it's like I have to partially blit one of the water slides. One of the slides with water on them. I have to partially blit one of the water slides and fully blit the other. But the which I'm partially blitting and the which I'm fully blitting is based not just on the it's based on the position of the slides relative to the position of the anchor point on the screen. So I think the first thing that I have to do is that's why I'm calculating these things first. That's why the first thing I'm calculating is the blit to and the blit from, because the blit to is like the anchor point, its position on screen, right? Oh yeah. So the anchor point. Oh yeah, no. So these are actually backwards, because I think we decided that the anchor point is always on slide 0. So we do know that this is slide 0. So I had those backwards. This is slide 0. This is slide 1. So we do know that because slide 0 is always the transition slide for the frames. That's just for the layers. That's just how it always worked out. In fact, I chose 0 because it works out best with 0. If I chose 1, it would have been 1 for the background layer and 1 for the foreground layer, but 0 for the midground layer. But for by choosing 0, it was 0 for all of them consistently, which was just slightly better conceptually. So all right, what what on earth am I doing? What, I ask you, what? All right. Yeah, so this is now I just have to convert this to math. So blit to, blit from. Oh, I'm not ready to calculate from yet, because before I calculate from, I have to find out, right, this is what I was realizing, which was weird to me, but now I've had some time to process it. Because what I have to check here is I have to check the scroll values of both of the frames. Actually, no, I guess I can just check one of them, and by checking one of them, I can figure out which. So if the scroll if next env. No, not next env. Next env. Yeah. If next env. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. That thing I said before about the water not moving is totally a real thing. And that's because I never had to worry about these special frames moving at a different rate than the standard frames. Um, so. Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So. Ah. Right, okay. Something just occurred to me. when I'm, uh, when I'm affecting, what change? The final change. The the one where at environment equals next environment. The thing I have to do before I do that is I have to say for li in uh, oh no no no, I can't even say for li in environment. I have to say because it's not for every layer in so I just have to say yeah, okay, so env index, no, next env index, next underscore env index fg dot scroll equals oh uh wait, yeah, no, this should be fine. Next env scroll equals env index oh, this is silly. I'm just like passing I'm passing the scroll values from the next environment to the or no, from the old environment to the next environment, and then I'm gonna pass everything right back to the old environment. But whatever, I don't care. So env fg dot scroll, and then I have to do this for the mid ground and the background as well. Yeah, because once the rains get passed, then we start using the new scroll values, the scroll values for the next environment. Yeah. So basically, I just I want to pass everything else except for this, but whatever. I'll just do it this way instead. All right, so save that. Right, and so then the other thing that I have to do is yeah, I guess I can just do it here. For everything else, for every other layer. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, for every other layer we do it somewhere else, but for the special layers we just have to do it here. And only for these what have I been calling them, the sub region transitions. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. All right, so I translate the special. I'm pretty sure I translate the special. Yeah, for the recurrent layer, I translate the special layers. Yeah, right. I even put in a condition for them. Oh, but I have to do something like this for. I basically have to do this for the special layers. So copy. Right. So. Well. Is there an easier way to do this? I could just do it this way. Yeah. No, I think it's fine to do it this way. Is it? Uh, huh. Yeah, no, I can just do it this way. Yeah, because because like a lot of these time these layers won't even exist, so we only really have to worry about this if the layer exists. So the first thing that I'll do is this. Wait, what? Shift tab. If right, so if next env liars, not li but mfg, speed is greater than or equal to 0, then yeah, we don't care about env liars index li, we care about next env liars index mfg. In all of these cases. So this just makes it so that the water actually moves, because yeah, previously we didn't bother scrolling anything on the next environment, because we just used the scroll values from the previous environment, and everything just like always stayed lined up. But now now that we have these new scrolls, we have to care about their scroll. Excuse me. Oh. Huh. We. But, no, we actually only have to do this. We only have to do this. Oh. Oh. Wait. Wait a second. Yes. No, this is correct. Right, yes. Right, because we're setting the scroll values for the new environment, and so when we make the switch here, the scroll values that we're setting will transfer over naturally. Alright, right. So we only have to update these scroll values during this period of activity. So actually we can wait until... Oh, wait. I was gonna... We only have to do it if either of these things are true, but we have to do it in both of the cases that one of these things is true. So, I wish there was an opposite of an else, uh, like, in any of which, like, well, no, I guess that wouldn't make sense. Oh no, I guess it's I mean, like in a switch. Yeah, so like because in Python there's a there's no switch. I'm told. I don't know. Maybe there is, and people were just trolling me. But I was told that in order to like make the equivalent of like a switch logic, you have to use else and else if, or if and else if and else if and else if. So you just make a bunch of else ifs for like to replicate a switch. And I guess like I don't know. Sometimes I run into cases where like I want to do like I'll have like three special conditions. And like if this special condition is true, we do this one thing. If this special condition is true, we do this one thing. And if this special condition is true, we do this one thing. But then I also want like not an else case, but like in any of those things case. Oh, event time. I don't know. Sometimes it'd just be convenient if I could like I don't know, have like a logical condition wherein like if any of those things were true, then we also do this other thing. But like I don't know. I don't think that it just seems like there's not a sophisticated way to do that. It seems like the most sophisticated way is just like be repetitious, basically. But anyways, I guess I could. I mean, I could make this thing a thing. I could instead of just repeating it multiple times, I could just make it like oh nah. I'll just repeat it. I mean, the good news is that I only have to repeat it twice more. If that counts as good news. um, so, yeah. Wait, what did I just do? I think I got rid of too much. Yeah, I got rid of too much. So I'll just put this here. Actually, no, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna do it a little too much, and I don't care. No, I don't. I'll do it a little too much, but not too much. I'll just say. I'll just say. Right. This whole thing will be in a condition, and we'll do it a little too much. We'll do it whenever there's as soon as like the transition begins, we'll do it. So if or as soon as we might need to. So if bg trans is greater than or equal to 3, we'll only check that condition. And we're checking it redundantly, but I don't care. I don't care. Pardon. Bg trans is greater than or equal to 3. Then we'll do this thing. Because we don't have to do it any earlier than that. We might not even have to do it that early, but I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Cool. Save that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alrighty then. So we still need to do that. We still need to finish that math. Math. Where'd that math go? Here it is. So right, if next env, so I need to check the layers mfg dot scroll index 0. I don't have to check both of them because I can tell which scroll I'm looking for based on just one of their values, because the scrolls are always end to end. So if you know one of their values, you know that the other one is offset by 1600, and based on the first value you get, you know whether it's offset by negative 1600 or by positive 1600. So oh wait, do I? No, well, I mean, I guess I technically have to run 2 checks, but so if so the anchor point, if the anchor point is greater than 0, how do I want to do this? If the anchor point is greater than 0, and doesn't a switch kind of do that? Oh, well, yeah. I guess I'll draw a picture of my conceptual thing because I talked about it for long enough. Because why not? So why not? Plus, I like drawing pictures. I like drawing pictures way more than the math that I'm supposed to be doing right now. So yeah, so it's basically like so like in a switch, it's kind of like a waterfall, right? Because like in a switch, if you don't break, it's like yeah. So in a switch, like if you or in yeah, right. If it'll keep going down different cases. So like the options are that you hit this one and then it goes like bam, bam, and you get all 3, or you hit this one and you get bam, bam, and it hits 2, or you get this one and it just hits this one. But like the thing that I was kind of like trying to describe is that like wouldn't it be neat if this last case was like an like an any such case. I don't have a good name for it, but like instead of an else case, like an any case or something. I don't know. And so then like the behavior that I was like kind of hoping for would be like if you hit this one, it's this one and the any case. And if you hit this one, it's this one and the any case, because you hit any of them. So like yeah, so like I guess the difference is that like it skips this other hit, because like I don't know, sometimes you don't literally want to cascade, you want to you have like, I mean, like this isn't the correct organization to actually display what I'm thinking of, because like it's not like because it's not like, I mean, like it's not 3 things in order really. Like 3 things in order accurately displays like how the switch would work, but oh, and then also I'm working in Python, which doesn't have switches, right? So there's that too. But yeah, in terms of like, I don't know, the any case for me would work like this. It'd be like I would set, like I only have to set these up every now and again, but like when I have to set them up, I'm like basically I want like a shared extension to these cases. So like these these are three discrete cases that don't overlap. Like these are three special things that happen all independently. Like they're very cleanly divided. Like there's no there's no situations where you want to hit like both of these things, right? You never want to do that. But in each of these cases, you do want to hit the fall through. And like these aren't even like these aren't like, so then the other thing is like this is not like there there are other cases like you can just like miss all of it altogether, right? Um, so like this would be my any case, and it would be, so it'd be like if any of these things, so this would be basically like a switch, or like this would be some structure of conditionals, like either a switch or like else ifs or whatever, so that like you only hit one of these things, but then I don't know, they would be somehow associated such that if you hit any of those things, then you would also execute this other switch. And like I said, it's not so often that I run into this way that I would wish to structure my data, but I work with really weird conditionals sometimes. Like I work with like these weird compound conditionals that are like 8 different conditionals, and then in order to set up like the any case, like I have to like redo like 4 of the conditionals. Anyways, um, like it's not, I don't know, not not a big deal or anything, but I can't be the first person who would have used in any case, and so I don't know, why not? Why not have something like that? Uh, maybe someone has a good explanation for that. I just don't know what it is. So what was it doing? Oh yeah, the math. So the conditional, first I have to check if the anchor point is actually even on screen, right? Or do I have to check if it's on screen? No, I guess, yeah, no, I do have to check if it's on screen. Do I? I could just not care whether it's on screen. I could just start blitting it regardless of whether it's on screen. So I could just say like, yeah, right, that's I'm guessing that's what people do. Uh, yeah, no, there wouldn't be cases where I'd call the function multiple times, but like, that's like the workaround, I guess, right? It's like you just you just you just make a function of it and then you like call it like from like any number of places, which I guess is fine, and that's like entirely sufficient. It's so sufficient that no one ever bothered to like actually like implement in any case. I'd use it though. I would totally use it if it existed. Um, uh, so what yeah, this math. So right, okay, so should I maybe I should only check, maybe I should check if the anchor's on screen. Because if the anchor's not on screen, we don't have to care. So if all right, so yeah, so first thing I'll check is how do I check if the anchor's on screen? I check if the anchor's on screen. Oh, well, huh. Ah, actually, no. Because it was occurring to me that I'm actually going to continue. No, yeah, no, because what I want to check is not necessarily if the anchor's on screen. I want to check if the anchor's on. No, yeah, no, I want to check if the anchor's on screen. Because if the anchor's off screen in one direction, we don't have to blit anything. And if the anchor's off screen in the other direction, we don't have to do any crazy math. So, that's kind of cool. Uh, all right. Yeah. All right. so, all right. So the first thing I'll check before I bother looking at like the scrolls or whatever, the first thing I'll check is if x split 2 is greater than 1600, greater than or equal to 1600, then we don't have to care. And I alternately use 1600 and BG width. Wait, is it BG width or yeah, or G width? G width. So it really doesn't matter which I use because G width is never going to change. I mean, technically it could change, But there's a bunch of places where I already don't use GWidth, so I'd have to update those at the very least, anyways. So if it's greater than or equal to GWidth, no, then we don't actually care. So we don't actually have to check that case. All right, so wait, no, let's check if it's less than 0. Because if it's less than 0, less than or equal to 0. Less than 0. Less than or equal to 0. Less than 0. Less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. Yeah. If it's less than or equal to 0, then we can just do this again. Just blit like normal. But if that's not the case, and so else if wait, wait, yeah, no, else if wait, what? I don't want to delete that. Else if xsplit is less than 1600, or GWidth, as it were. Yeah. This is the case where we actually have to do something, and we actually have to start calculating xsplit from. Right, okay, so we know, okay, so we know the anchor's on the screen at this point. So we can just say I guess, oops. So slide, or SI for slide index equals 0. If the next environment layer scrolls 0 is greater than, if it's greater than, if scroll 0 is greater than oops, this is not x, this is xsplit 2. Why did it let me evaluate something that didn't exist? I guess it probably would have errored when it got there, but it didn't have any issue with me. Look at this. It has an issue with SI. Well, it'll have an issue with SI because I'm not using SI immediately. But oh, maybe it would have had an error with it's not having an error with SI. That's weird. Usually it does. Oh, yeah, because I am using other places. So like, if this was named something weird, it would like freak out. Oh, it's not freaking out that I'm not using it. Weird. All right, I don't understand the errors in this IDE. They seem arbitrary and unpredictable. All right, so if scroll 0 is greater than xsplit 2,